Okay, so starting on D here. Yeah. So like we said, sometimes the easiest stuff just in another language. An ISO cost line reveals the answer is D. Yeah, input combinations that can be purchased with a given outlay of funds. We're talking about W and R because it's not always clear to people what that is. But what are they talking about? This is the cost equals wage times labor. Yeah, plus R times capital. Okay, so the first thing we do is we rearrange that for K. Minus W over R. Yes, L. What are we talking about? We're talking about K as a function of labor over here. Yeah, it's K as a function of labor. Therefore, if that's a Y equals MX plus B, then as we always know that right there is going to be the slope right there. So okay, so we can talk about that, but we don't need to. They're just talking about W and they're talking about the slope W and R, so that's all that's going to be. Okay, so firm delta is a perfectly competitive firm that can use labor L and capital K to produce output Q. The graph below represents one of the firm's ISO cost lines. If we double the price of labor, yeah, if we double that 3 down there, if we double the price of labor, then this ISO cost will, yeah, we didn't mean to say that L is 3. That's going to be our line there. And of course, the 6 and the 3 give us the slope. Is what that gives us. But okay, so let's kind of give this one a run through, number 11. So we have the cost from the previous one. We always have the cost. What do? We rearrange that for K. It is K as a function of L is what all these graphs are. If we do that, we have cost over R minus W over R L. So we have that right there. Okay, so that's it. W over R, it's negative, we make it positive, is going to be 6 over 3, which is going to equal 2. So that's the slope. We have the slope is going to equal 2. Yeah. So what do they say? If we double the price of labor, yeah, so if we double the price of labor, remember what this is. Yeah, if we double labor, remember what they kind of say in a regression line. I know it's not probability statistics, but if you plug in X, how does that affect the Y? The slope is what's going to happen and all of that. They're just saying the labor is X, so we plug in an X. What happens if we plug in L? What happens if we double L that we plug in? Yeah, if we double the price of labor, then this ISO cost line it is going to be become steeper. That's it. So all we've said is that we now have 2 W over R. That's it. If we want to kind of hold that in our head. Yeah, that 2W over R. Yeah, and it's negative. It becomes steeper. We made the negative slope steeper there. Okay. The answer is going to be B. Okay, so on to number 12. Kind of tuck that on over there. Okay, so for the market for bananas is perfectly competitive. Each firm in this market has the same cost function. The average cost, average variable cost, and marginal cost of each firm is that. So perfect competition, we have many firms. All of them have those same three characteristics there. If the market price's P equals 320, then each firm will have a profit. Okay, so let's just kind of write out everything we know. We're operating here, which means we are above the ABC. We're above the ABC, which is 2Q. Yeah. What's going on here? We are in perfect competition. The price is going to equal the marginal revenue, which is going to equal the marginal cost, which is going to equal 4Q from that one right there. Okay, so we have this. We have price equals, 4Q. Is going to equal 320. Yeah, be careful. We all get price and profit mixed up. I shouldn't even say it because it messes with this, but the market price is 320 right there. Anyways, divide both sides by 4. So Q equals 80. So through that analysis, we get Q equals 80. Yeah. Okay, so now profit. Yeah, remember profit is capital P, even though capital P, lowercase p look the same. Profit is different from P. Profit is revenue. Total revenue minus total cost. This is something that we should write out a million times along the way. Revenue always is price times quantity. Cost is a little bit harder. It comes in different forms. I'm going to say if we have the average cost per unit, remember, there's a lot of interesting little things that we can do, but they give us the average cost. So what is average cost? Average cost is the average cost per unit. So if we take the average cost and multiply it by the number of units, that's the total cost right there, is going to be that. That's what I'm getting. So profit is price times Q minus Q. The average cost is that entire thing. We're just working through the algebra now, yeah. Be careful of a mistake. Okay, so that's it. Plug in all the numbers there. We were given all of this here. Yeah, so remember price is going to be 320. Yeah, where Q is going to equal 80. This is price. That equals Q. So if we plug all that in, just plug in 80 for Q, just plug in 320 for price, then the total profit is going to equal, I get 12,078. That's what I get. Looks to me like E. That right there is going to be number 12. Let's continue in the next video.